EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Now a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Williams. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he is going to have the Rams first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
A give to Williams, running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Now Stafford. Touchdown, Rams!
Kyron Williams.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. but they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action. Now it's Tua.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And that's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Tua on 4th down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. And it's caught.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Kyron Williams
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On play action, here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Stafford on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot before the break. Stafford over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the scout troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochan. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Mostert.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Ochan.
They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. And quickly they get to the line.
Tua now, third and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second.
Here's Stafford. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, L.A. 2-2 Atwell, 77 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my